everyone, it's John from Wot Up, and welcome back to another video. Now, we have a lot of ground to cover tonight. We're going to talk rumors, we're going to talk social media, we're going to talk about the restart of filming in Prague in the Czech Republic, and we're going to talk a little bit about filming locations and other things that are going on with the Wheel of Time production. Now, this is all pretty neat. Now, before we get into any of that stuff, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click the subscribe button and click that notification bell, because I usually put out 1 to 2 videos per week, and they're all Wheel of Time and Prime centric. So if there's news or things to cover, I'm going to have it here on the channel. I do occasionally get the odd exclusive as well, so sometimes I'll have stuff here that no one else has anywhere else. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, before we get into the video, spoiler warning, if you have not read at least book 1 of Robert Jordan's The Eye of the World, be forewarned, I may ruin certain characters, plot points, and scenes from the book. Alright, with that being said, let's get on to the video. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about tonight is an exclusive I had a few weeks ago. Now, this exclusive was that Guy Roberts was playing a reoccurring role in the Wheel of Time series, and my sources all told me that the rumor is that he was playing Uno, which is really very neat. Now, I do want to stress that Amazon has not confirmed this. In fact, we've heard nothing from Amazon on the casting front in quite a few months, and the only castings we're getting are leaks, either from myself or from wotseries.com. Now, when I put out the video, a lot of people sort of thought it was a joke, because if you look at Mr. Roberts and you look at myself, the resemblance is uncanny. We could be brothers. I mean, it's really very scary. So, Mr. Roberts, if you need a body double or even a stunt double, I'm all in. Let's do it. But recently, even though we didn't have confirmation from Amazon, there's been a few social media posts that sort of pushed us in the direction that he is definitely playing Uno. Now, this one here, he put up with his dog, which is a one-eyed dog, and there were quite a few comments on it, but the one we have here in the screen is from Sandra. Now, she did film with him in Prague on the Wheel of Time, and the comment was, ha ha ha, perfect dog for you. One-eyed dog, he's playing a one-eyed character. If he's playing Uno, kind of makes sense. Now, there were a few other comments from friends and family likening the dog to a character he's playing as well, which is really, really very cool. So even though we don't have official confirmation from Amazon, this is further circumstantial evidence that he's playing Uno, which is really very neat. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is Daryl Mccormick. For those of you who don't know, he's playing the role of a ram in the Wheel of Time. Now, a ram is a tinker that Perrin and Egwene meet on the road in the woods with Elias, and he doesn't really factor into the first book a whole lot, but he does come back into the series later on. Now, during this interview, and I want to stress this interview is a little old, it did state that he was going to be in 3 episodes in the first season. Now, there was a lot of speculation at the time that that was probably not correct because, let's face it, in the first book, The Eye of the World, the Tinkers don't take up much space. We have 8 episodes, 3 episodes is almost half of the first season. Why would we see a ram for almost half the first season? But recently, we received some information that Narendra Samra, who is playing Rayan, Ram's grandfather, in the Wheel of Time, is also going to be in 3 episodes. So it looks like that little story arc between Perrin and Egwene is probably going to be over 3 separate episodes. Now, we're not talking, I'm not going to say 45 minutes or an hour to the episode. We're not talking the full episode going to be centered around the Tinkers, but we're probably going to see a few minutes here and there. And this kind of cements the fact that we're going to see a Game of Thrones style sort of filmography where we're going to see Perrin for a bit, Rand for a bit, Matt for a bit, Moiraine for a bit, Logain for a bit. They're probably going to jump around different storylines in different sections and view it over a number of different episodes. Now, that's a really good way of doing things, and it's very smart. That way you don't get bored or kind of, wondering what's happening to other characters. And I kind of hope they do it for the entire show because, let's face it, in the later books, you have whole books dedicated almost to 1 or 2 characters, leaving other characters completely out. All right, so now we have this comment here. So I'm going to give some backstory on what this could mean and who these people are, and then we're going to talk just a bit about it. So basically, Thomas, Amir, and Sandra were 3 people that wotseries.com reported as being in episodes 7 and 8 of Amazon Prime's Wheel of Time show. And that was quite some time ago they reported that. Recently, they reported that Amir was playing Lord Ingtar. Now, we know this is pretty much true, even though Amazon hasn't confirmed it, because the report comes from Amir's own CV that his agent put up. So we know that he's playing that role even though Amazon hasn't confirmed it. Now, Amir posts a lot of really funny stuff on social media. If you don't follow him on Instagram or Twitter, I would go do so. I've left links to both of those down in the description box down below. Go click them, follow him. He's hilarious. He really is. He's not a comedian, but he's really very funny. Now, Thomas posted this. Now, we know they became friends from the time on set, and they talk a lot. I love your vids, brother. You're sick. Just love it. Amir writes back, thanks, my liege. Now, this could be, and like I said before, Amir's a funny guy. Could be just an off-the-cuff kind of funny thing. He's just saying back to Thomas. I mean, people say stuff like that all the time. However, he's playing Lord Ingtar. We don't know who Thomas's role is yet, and a lot of people on Reddit, Facebook, and Twitter are speculating that that means that Thomas is playing Lord Elgmar. We don't know that for sure. Take that with a big grain of salt, file it under rumor. It's just a fun little tidbit to include, but I do like that idea. All right, so now we're going to get into the stuff that you guys clicked on the video for. This is the restart of filming in Prague. It all began with this post from Taylor Napier, and this was a while ago now. And basically, he said the Czech Republic is known for its on-set catering, staying super healthy. Now, that doesn't look very appetizing. I don't know if I would eat it. Meant that he was in Prague and he was filming. It does not mean he was in Prague and filming for Wheel of Time, because we don't know for sure that's why he was there. There's a lot of other stuff being filmed there right now, and I do know that Mr. Napier will be in Prague for most of the summer for a theater workshop, along with Thomas and Guy Roberts and a few others. So this does not mean that he was on set for Wheel of Time. But it piqued a lot of people's interest, including my own, and it pointed him the fact that he was in Prague and he was filming. So there's that. Then we had a few posts from Madeline Madden, who's playing Egwene. This is of her traveling. This is kind of a big deal because she's traveling, she's leaving, she's going somewhere for work. That's the context of the posts. This next post was basically the smoking gun, though. Where she is at here is in front of the studios in Prague. So this is where they're filming the Wheel of Time in studio. I recognize the area, and so did a lot of other people, actually, when this was posted in Madeline Madden's Instagram. And then this was taken down very quickly. So because it was posted and then taken down, it garnered a whole lot more attention than just leaving it up. And because a lot of people recognize the area, people are like, oh, she's back in town for filming, coupled with these comments. So the top comment was by Madeline Madden, basically saying she's leaving, and then you have Rosamund Pike, who's playing Moraine, commenting, you know, you're essential to the pattern, safe passage, and then Madeline Madden comments back, and it's basically a whole lot of Wheel of Time references in the comments. So you're looking at her traveling, her being in Prague, her standing in front of the studio taking a picture, and then this exchange on Instagram in the comments between her and Rosamund Pike, the top billed character for the first season for Amazon Prime's show. They've restarted filming. It's almost an assurity at this point. We know what's happening. Now, they have a few scenes left to film for episodes 7 and 8 to finish them off. I've been told by my sources about 6 weeks worth of filming-ish. Hopefully after that they'll be done in the first season, and maybe then we'll start to see the marketing ratchet up. Maybe we'll see a trailer. Maybe we'll see a release date. These are all things I would really like to see, but I've been told that they're probably not going to release a whole lot until they know they can finish filming. Now, they've had to stop a couple of times so far, so hopefully they can get it all done in the bag, finished for season 1, and then we can start to see some marketing and actually see the season this year, which would be really very cool. Now, there's one more piece of news we're going to talk about, and this is from wotseries.com. Now, wotseries.com put out an article recently about filming in Tenerife. Now, Tenerife is one of the Canary Islands, and it's a beautiful place, and they offer very huge tax breaks for filming. So a lot of incentives for a lot of film companies to film there, and basically Amazon and Wheel of Time were on the incentive list for 2020, so we knew they were filming there. Now, this coupled with an interview from Daryl McCormick a while ago, saying that he was in Tenerife filming, kind of cements the fact that they were there filming. I reached out to a production company in Tenerife, and they also told me that Amazon Prime did indeed film there. But get this, they told me they filmed in either the mountain or the water regions, like the coast of the mountains. And all Tenerife is mountains or coast. So even though they gave me the information that they were filming there as kind of as a confirmation of all this stuff, they were pretty coy about it, and I mean, they thought it was pretty funny, but didn't give me much information. So we know they're filming there. Now, it's a tropical location. It's beautiful. I'm not sure why they were filming there or what they were filming, but we know that Daryl McCormick was there, so the Tinkers were there for sure. We knew that Josha Stradowski, the character playing Randall Thor, was also there filming. The cogs all stopped working, and I kind of froze. We knew that he was filming there as well, but we don't know exactly what scenes they were filming or why or what they were doing. So speculation is still why they would film there. Maybe it's the tax breaks. Maybe it's a good location. Maybe it's a certain scene for the first season. We don't really know, but pretty neat nonetheless. All right, so that's all the news I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. So basically, the recap is production started again. They're filming. So hopefully we'll see some leaks, we'll see some set photos, we'll see something over the next few weeks. And then when they're done filming, maybe we'll see some actual official marketing and castings from Amazon, which would be really, really very neat. Now remember, I did have a source that tell me that we're probably seeing a trailer in the next, 6 to 8 weeks or so as well. So there is that. Hopefully that does stay current. Things change all the time, of course. And with the state of the world, we don't know what's really happening. It's all tied to them finishing the first season. If they can finish filming, then they can start the marketing so they can actually release the actual full first season, which is what we all want at this point. All right, so before I finish the video, I do want to mention something. I've started a TikTok. Pretty old, but I thought I would try something new. And what I'm doing on TikTok is I'm answering Wheel of Time questions. So any tough Wheel of Time questions you want to know the answers to, leave them in the comments of my videos. I'll answer them over there on TikTok, or basically any Wheel of Time related questions whatsoever about the show, about the books, about anything. Ask me in the comments. I'll answer them over on TikTok. I left a link to my TikTok down below in the description box, so go ahead and follow me over there on TikTok. So I want to thank you all so very much for sticking with me here to the very end, and here's to many more.